Everybody, and welcome back to Slowpoke Racing and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. We are, excuse me, we are coughing. That's what we're doing. We've already mentioned with the Ultimate Racing League. I'm putting myself off now, aren't I? And this is our Mustang Madness. It is a NASCAR replica tribute, whatever you want to call it, or what I call it is absolute mayhem. That's what it is. There has been some fantastic racing. There's been some fantastic crashes as well, but there's been some great racing over the last few weeks. And as I say, based on the NASCAR themed, the guys are trying to stick to tracks where they can do the slipstreaming, etc., just like the NASCARs do. And as you can see, we are at Blue Moon Bay Speedway. Now, I think this is in Field B, I think it is. It's only 2 miles long. There's only 3 turns on it. So it is just sort of a rounded off triangle, for want of a better description of it, but I'm sure we're in some fantastic racing, bumper to bumper action. So without further ado, I'm not quite sure what round this is. I'm a bit all out of sorts this week. We've had a few things to deal with this week, so I'm a bit out of sorts. The replays are a bit late, so I apologise for that. But we're going to crack on with it, and we're going to have a look down the grid and see where everybody is, shall we? Out on pole is Wayne G. Willard is just behind him in second. Then we've got Hoggy in third. Fazer is fourth on the grid. Thank you to Fazer as well for sharing these races. He doesn't get much recognition for that, but he does save practically every race that he takes part in. So we thank you to Fazer. Otherwise, we couldn't bring you these. Taff is on fifth on the grid. Mark is sick. Mark, now that's a new one to me, is it? It's not me. Is it me? No, it's not me. It's a different Mark. Well, I've seen that Mark, and as you know, I do like to get see new names on the grid. I get all excited about seeing new names on the grid, so looking forward to seeing what Mark can do. Rufus is in 7th, Stealth is in 8th, Pete 9th, Carlsberg 10th, Mohammed 11th, The Saint is 12th, Rossi's 13th, G. Smith, again, I think that's another new one as well. I not think I've seen Mr. Smith. He is not our other Mr. Smith. He's a G. Smith. So welcome, Mr. Smith, to the grid in 14th. Then we've got Danny Dims, and then we've got Sid the Sloth in 16th. Now, this is a mixed lobby between League 1 and 2, I believe. Well, that's what the information I got told, but and that's what we're going to stick with. Unusual there for Wayne G. He's not got these red wheels on. Normally, Wayne G likes to go for red wheels, but he's gone for sort of a lime green colour there for this particular livery. So he's not going to change his look. Let's see. He's put himself on pole position. So we will have a good look, shall we? Let's get this race underway. Now then, the first one I think is there's 2 15 minutes and a 30 minute, something like that. Usual chaos, I'm sure, is on its way. Now, I've been told there's going to be a change in safety car procedures as Wayne tries to either warm his tyres or break the slipstream, or he's got problems with his steering wheel. Into turn 1 we go then. This is a bit of a tricky turn, this one. It's a bit of a bank there just as you hit that first turn. You can see Wayne G already trying to break that slipstream from Willard. Willard tucked in behind him, Fazer's behind him, then we've got Hoggy. I don't think the guys will need the brakes at all, will they, on this track? Maybe a touch at turn 1, who knows. Hoggy getting right stuck in there. In fact, let's jump on board with Rufus very early doors, shall we, as we see everybody jostling for position. Rufus trying to stay out of the way, staying high and wide, and just trying to avoid all the chaos. You can see we've got Taft just alongside us. Rufus holding on to that 5th position. Pete making his way through using the slipstream well as Taft drops down to 8th. Smith has moved up to 7th. Rufus, oh look, we've got Wayne G ahead of us, so Wayne G has lost a few places. The slipstream really coming into its own here as Wayne G fights to get back in front again. Hoggy just shutting the door on Rufus, but Rufus finds a route around the inside as Fazer now takes up the lead. A quick look to our right and we can see we've got Willard alongside us. G. Smith, he's making his way through, he's following Wayne G. Let's get out of here and have a look and see what's going on then. So up at the front we've got Fazer, he's got Wayne G absolutely glued to his bumper. G. Smith Well, he's changed now. G Smith is up to P2. It's pointless actually trying to find out where these guys are on the grid because they chop and change so quickly. Let's just have a look and see if we've got any accidents. Everybody's still going. We have got some people trailing. Hoggy down in 13th. Then we've got Mark in 14th. He's just behind Hoggy, so these two need to work together to see if they can catch up to the rest of the pack. Then we've got the Saint down in 15th with Daddy Dims in 16th, so them two must have had a bit of a coming together because they are quite a bit off the pack now. Then we have got a yellow flag. Oh, Rufus, what's happened to Rufus? Let us go back and have a look. Oh, come on, get the right camera, Mark. Sorry about all the flicking, everybody. Now then, he got a bit of a touch there. I think it was from Rossi, and Rufus went high and wide again. He's had a bit of a scrape with the barrier. Oh, and then he got a nice good old thump there. A bit of a hurry up that was. Who was that from? Let's have a look. You can just see the contact made by Rossi, but I think that was more of a bit of a bump drafting situation. Oh, what you see, centre slot is all over the place there as Stealth comes through. No one Stealth got a bit of a touch from Pete. Oh, these races never cease to disappoint, do they? It looked like Pete gave Stealth the hurry up. It was too much for Stealth. He smashed into the back of Rufus. It looks like somebody else has gone off as well. Oh, and Willard's took a tumble. What has happened to Willard? Oh, well, he just drove straight into the back of Stealth. So I can only guess that Willard has had a bit of a disconnect or something, a lapse of concentration. I have no idea what happened to Willard, but he literally drove straight into the back of Stealth. So let's put Willard at the back with Rufus down in 16th. Up at the sharp end though, after 2.5 minutes and just coming to cross the start finish line to start lap 4, we've got Phaser out in front. Now then, are the guys slowing down? No, they're not. I thought it might have been a whoa, look at this Mark. Where has he come from? Wow. He absolutely shot to the front. Now then, unless they are slowing down for a safety car, which I thought they were, we haven't had one, have we? We're on lap 4 and we've not had a safety car. So maybe Mark's just trying to get a bit of position back or something. I don't know. He's dropped back down again, has he? Yeah, he has. So Mark's dropped back down to where's he gone? He's gone. Well, it's jumping and change. Yeah, Mark has gone. So we've lost one already, which is a shame. As Rossi takes up the #1 spot. Still a bit of pushing and shoving going on in the background there between, it looks like the Sloth and Taft. They're all pushing each other to try and get advantage as the hammer drops. And Rossi shouts go, and off we go again. 3 wide. Is it 3 wide or is it 4 wide as they go through that second turn? It is about 4 wide, isn't it, into turn 3. Two of these turns, long, sweeping right-handers. You don't really need your brakes on these, just leave them. Don't even bother putting them in, it's just extra weight, isn't it? You might need them at turn 1, though, just to dabble on the brakes. Who should we go on? Let's go on board with Wayne G. Let's see if he uses the brakes at all. As we come up to, yeah, definitely, he needed that just to avoid another car. Oh, and he's oh, Carlsberg gets it all wrong, and I think Wayne G actually did him a favour there and kept him pointing the right way. But Wayne G cost him a couple of places, and now Grahamid is right up his job. Let's have a look. Is Grahamid going to do a bit of bump drafting? No, he's not. Grahamid says, I'll have a bit of a go at you. That's what I'm going to do. He's not going to work with Wayne G to try and catch up. Oh, somebody else has gone off. Oh, no, I can't keep stopping. This is going to take us all night. It looks like one of the new guys has gone off at G Smith. Yes, it was. It was G Smith that has actually taken a tumble this time and has had a big old kiss with Barry R. And that's dropped him down to 14th, and quite a task now to catch up to the rest of the pack. I think I got told that the boost has been sort of eased back on a little bit, so he might not be able to catch up that quickly. We shall see. And then poor old Rufus down in 15th. Not recovered from his spill earlier on. Well, look at this. We've got Sid up at the front now, racing with Phaser. Come on, Sid. We want you on that podium. as everybody, it is still, I think there may be a little bit of lag taking place there, especially from Sid. He's waving from side to side. A few of the other guys are getting it as well, but Sid has gone from first now down to sixth. Just shows you how much this slipstream really does pull you along. Wayne G back up to fourth. Phaser still up there, out in the lead. He's there and thereabouts, isn't he, is Phaser? So could this be his night for a win? Has a lot of bad luck, does Phaser, with disconnects of his wheel and his pedals, and then he'll get punted off the track and can't recover. But he's leading this pack at the minute, is Phaser. So come on, we want to see Phaser. We want to get an orange car on the podium. I'm not sure who to put my money on yet, as is we're only, what, we're not even halfway yet, and we must have had about 7 different leaders. As Taft tries to make his way up to the front, he seems quite happy to just sit behind Phaser at the minute. No, he's going to go for it. I thought he was going to sit there, try and work with Phaser to get a bit of a lead. That's what Rossi's doing. He's giving Phaser the hurry up there, giving him a little bit of a bump drafting to try and break away, as Rossi and Taft have a bit of a go at each other there. A bit of door bashing taking place, and I'm sure the old fingers are being waved through the windows of them cars as they try and pass each other, but I'm sure they're doing it with a big smile on their face as well. These guys, it looks so much fun out there. As a spectator, it looks fun, should I say. I don't know whether I'd want to drive in it. Carlsberg, who should we go? Let's go on board with Carlsberg. Let's go on Carlsberg. We're chasing Stealth down in P8. We've got Taft pushing us along. Daddy Dim's just behind him in 11th. Willard is in 12th, just behind him. Oh, we've gone for the move, so Carlsberg just being pushed along by Taft moves up to 8th then. And he's gone very wide there. Maybe a little bit of a scrape of the barrier, a few sparks flying, just trying to remove the wing mirror. He doesn't need that, does he? As Stealth tries to make a bit of a gap there as well on the outside alongside Taft. And now then, is Carlsberg in the slipstream? I think he is. He must be being pulled across a little bit, surely. Daddy Dim's trying to take the inside line, as does Carlsberg as well. Now Carlsberg right onto the back of the Saint. I think he's going to make a move for it, isn't it? Yeah. I thought he'd do that. He's gone by the Saint, and he's going to try and get to the slipstream of Grahamid, who is up there in, well, 5th, 6th, something like that, and battling for the front. And look at this, we're almost 4 wide as we go into the final turn on this track, as Carlsberg moves up now into 7th. We're pulling alongside Rossi. A quick look behind us, the Saint has moved into 8th with Daddy Dims just behind him. Oh, somebody's had a bit of a bump there. Oh, and it's Carlsberg gets a bit of a slap. And oh, great control from Carlsberg. Let's get out of the car. Let's go back and have a look at this. Now, what's happened to him? Oh, we got a tap there. He did get a tap from Peter, I think, but great car control from Carlsberg to keep it facing the right way. Brilliant stuff from Carlsberg. It has cost him a couple of places, but that could have been a whole lot worse, couldn't it? Up at the front, though. And look, here it is Phaser still out in front and leading the way. Gap, well, there is no gap. He has just got Wayne G having a look inside the boot of Phaser's Mustang. Wayne G has got Grahamid pushing him along, and these three now are surely going to try and work together to break away from the rest of the pack. That's what they need to do. They need to get a gap. Now, I think the tyre wear is not on. The fuel wear is fuel usage is not on. So it is just foot planted firmly in the carpet of that thing, full throttle all the way around. Maybe turn 1, like we said earlier, is a bit of a dabble on the old brake, but you shouldn't need to go too mad. And there we go, as we're following Grahamid through, just a couple of dabs on the brakes just to get the car to turn in. And it is Phaser leading Wayne G, Grahamid in 3rd. Then we've got Hoggy, he's now moved up into 4th with Rossi just behind him in 5th. Stealth is in 6th, not really seeing much of Stealth as we in this race. And he's got about a car length behind him, gap, and then a couple of car lengths gap in front of him as well. But if the Saint can catch up to the back of Stealth, excuse me, and just give him a little bit of a nudge and do the bump drafting thing, then I think these two could catch up to the rest of the pack. In fact, it looks like Stealth has already done that, and he slingshots around Wayne G and Rossi, and Stealth now moves up into 4th behind Grahamid. There is still a little bit of a gap there as the 3 guys up the front start to just open up a very, very slight gap. Phaser going all the way around the outside, almost wall riding It's going to slow you down. I know he's not doing that intentionally. If he's done it, it's only because get out there and your car hits the wall. It sticks. It's like Velcro. You can't get off the damn thing. So if any wall riding takes place, I'm sure it's not intentional. As Phaser still leading now. Then Phaser's led for about 2 or 3 laps now, which is really unusual for these guys. They usually, everybody has a turn at taking the lead, but Phaser's out there. Hoggy has now moved up into second with Rossi in P3, no, in P2, because those two are side by side. Mohammed down to P4, but not too worried at the minute, I'm sure, with Stealth in 5th, trying to stay out of trouble. Really, he's taking that inside line, and he's just trying to stay out of the way. G. Smith has now made his way. Well, he was in 7th. He's just been taken by the Saint and Stealth. He's down to, well, he was 87th down. To see what I mean about them chopping and changing so quickly. Willard is in 9th. Half down in 10th with Daddy Dims. Wayne G started on pole. Oh, it's tough. Tough, he's swirling all over the track. Let's go on board with Taff, shall we, and see what happened. Now he's having a bit of a door bashing session. Look at the state of Daddy Dim's car down the side. He's having a bit of a door bashing session with it. Come on, guys, the track's wide enough. You can get 2 cars down there. At least we've had 4 at some point. Oh no, a little bit of a touch there from Daddy Dims. That was almost like the police manoeuvre. That was a little tap of the rear quarter there, and Taff is off facing the wrong way and in all sorts of trouble, isn't he? Naughty Daddy Dims. Oh, he's obviously a policeman. That was a textbook manoeuvre there to spin Taff. So Daddy Dims, I'm not sure, is he waiting? If he is, he's going to have to have it. He's got a long wait to for Taff to catch up. We are just approaching 12 minutes. I'm pretty sure this is a 15-minute race. Back up to the top, and Phaser still out in front. So could we see a win from Phaser? The Belgian Bullet himself is really taking control of this race. He's got Hoggy just next to him, and I think the key really has been trying to stay out of trouble. So Phaser still leading Hoggy trying to go the long way round. Willard has came up and into 3rd. Rufus, well, he was so far back at one point, I thought he was just going to give up, but he's now got himself up into 4th, so fantastic recovery race for Rufus. Then we've got Goldsberg in 5th. He's had his fair share of fisticuffs during this race, hasn't he? He does try and stay out of trouble. Oh, and he gets a big squirrel on there as we go through turn 1. Managed to hold on to it though. These cars not really built for drifting, are they? But Carlsberg now down into 10th as Sid the Sloth goes by and gives him a wave, and Carlsberg, I think he's just going to give Sid a little bit of a nudge just to get the pair of them caught up again. Daddy Dims down in 11th. I think he's given up waiting now for Taff. He's all on his own. The Saint all on his own as well. Taff down in 13th, and Rossi in 4th. Well, I'm not sure what happened to Rossi. Rossi was up there in the fight, wasn't he, at one point? But he's now down in 14th. Oh, Mohammed down in 15th, so he's obviously had a moment as well. And, well, he's not going to recover that, is he? Another casualty of this Mustang Mayhem race. And you can see why we're calling it Mustang Mayhem. And look at one of the new guys, G. Smith. He's now making a move on Phaser. He's pulled alongside as they go down the long straight. Now, I think this straight, one of the straights is about 890 metres long. So, well, it's either this one or the other one, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's this one. Now then, Pete has came from nowhere. Pete has just snuck up the inside to take the lead. Where did he come from? Nobody was looking out for Pete. He took full advantage of that. G. Smith got himself alongside Phaser and has now moved up into 2nd. Where's Phaser gone? There he is in 4th. So G. Smith is in 2nd. So come on, G. Smith. What a great race he's having for his debut. I think it's his debut on my channel anyway. So G. Smith has now got the lead. We are into the last minute. If this is a 15-minute race, we are into the last minute as G. Smith leads. He's got Pete tucking in behind him. Phaser still not out of the contention in 3rd. Then we've got Willard in 4th, Wayne G in 5th, then Hoggy, Stealth, Sid, Carlsberg, Daddy Dims, Rufus, Saint, Taff, Rossi and Krahamid all the way at the back, so the fight is going to be on. It is going to be a race to the line. We'll just keep an eye on those that clock in the bottom left-hand corner. When that hits the 15-minute mark, then that is it. Now then, are these guys going to get one more lap in? You know what, I don't think they will. Not all of them anyway. Oh, it's going to be close as Fazer crosses the line with GT7. Oh, and it is. That's the end of the race, and we've got to pause it because we're never going to go through them that quickly. What a fantastic race, and well done to Fazer. Fazer got the win. It is about time his look changed. Well done to Fazer. He took the win. G. Smith, what a fantastic debut. Has managed to grab second. Pete came from nowhere, didn't he, Pete? Well done to him. Snuck up the inside, managed to grab a podium spot, so champagne for those three. Then we've got Whaley G in fourth, Hoggy fifth, Sid finished sixth, well done to him. Colesberg seventh, Willard eighth, then Stealth in ninth, Daddy Dims, Rufus 11th, and then we're going to get the Saint. We'll just keep going just to make sure these guys don't have a fight to the finish line, but no, the Saint is going to get 12th, with Rossi across the line in 13th, Taff 14th, and then poor old Grahamid way back. We missed what happened to him, apologies for that, but we know that Grahamid will come back fighting, ready for race 2. So that was race 1. Join me very shortly for race 2, some more chaos.